evaluator of our next speaker, Toastmaster Luke, to tell us about Toastmaster Umesh's speech, DTM Umesh's speech.
Good evening, everybody. Fellow Toastmasters, fellow Toastmaster. With his speech titled Drink Life to the Lees, distinguished Toastmaster Umesh is going to be completing his Level 2, Project 2 in Innovative Planning. And the purpose of his speech today is connecting to an unfamiliar audience. And I'm lucky to have multiple guests today as well. All the best to you.
I've reached a stage in my life when I have decided to drink life to the lees. That is to live life to the fullest, savor every moment of my life till my last breath, savor every drop that I am going to stay in this world together. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I was born to a humble and caring parents. My father was a banker with the Reserve Bank of India, and my mother was an efficient homemaker. I started my life in a colony called the Reserve Bank Colony in Madras, which is now called Chennai. My father doted on me. Being the only child, he would play with me in the corridors of my flat and also in the ground. He enrolled me in one of the best schools in Chennai at that point of time, called the Don Bosco Matriculation School. I labored hard to please my parents, not only by taking part in sports, but also to ensure that I did well in my studies. I took up every leadership role which my teachers offered me. I started playing cricket for the school from the 5th standard and captained the school in the 11th and 12th standard when we won the inter-school title. Then came the first tragedy, which I termed it as a tragedy. Because I spent time playing cricket, my percentage suffered. I had 86% in my PCB, and I realized that it was not enough. I walked home that night, that evening, as I got my mark sheet, which was 7 to 8 kilometers. I walked home. I realized it was not enough to get a medical seat, and I got into B Farm. I spent 4 years of B Farm, did pretty well in B Farm, got among the top 5 among the 10 students who passed B Farm that year. Even before I got my mark sheets, I was on to Bangalore to join the Anglo-French Drug Company, which was a subsidiary of Roche. Then I joined a bigger company, which was then SKF, which is now called GlaxoSmithKline Beecham. And there I was instrumental for the manufacturing of a product called Iodex. How many people here have had Iodex in their homes? Yes. So I'm happy that there are a lot of people who have had, where I was personally, it was a 24-hour manufacturing and packing of Iodex was done in SKF at that point of time. Going ahead, from SKF, I joined a lesser known company called Eros Pharma. From Eros Pharma, I had a lot of problems, problems with the work environment, problem with my boss, and I had to spend time traveling to find a job in Mumbai. And I went for 3 months and finally got a job in Hext, which was in Mulund in Mumbai. I got into Mulund where I was responsible for liquid injectables and oral parenterals and had brands like Avil, Novalgin, Omnatex, Clafuron and Beralgan. How many of you have had Beralgan in their lives? I can see Nadia there definitely. Novalgin and Avil was a popular brand at that point of time. Then my second tragedy struck. My father, whom I loved and doted upon, was inflicted with cancer. He had cancer of the vocal cord and had to have surgery at the Tata Memorial Hospital in Mumbai. Now you can imagine Tata Memorial Hospital. It takes days and months for a surgery to take place in Tata Memorial. One day before the surgery, I was all alone in the hospital. I never expected anything. I just had to admit him in the hospital. The doctor said, you have to donate blood. And there I was donating blood. And I had donated blood before. And as they put that syringe on me and took a pint of the blood which is there, I fainted. I fainted and fell on the floor. There was a rush of doctors and nurses from the blood bank who came and revived me. And probably because of the tension that I was facing, I was able to get back because I had to face the surgery next day. My father had a surgery. The surgery went on well, but he went into a depression. He went into a depression because he could not speak to his grandson. He could not speak to us. And he soon passed away at the age of 66. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, it is sad to lose a parent at that point of time. Going ahead, I left the Mulund plant closed down and I had to come to choose between Ankleshwar in Gujarat and a new plant, Sanofi, in Goa. And I chose good Goa. I came to Goa and I started involving in many other products, one of which is Emerald M2, which is an anti-diabetic which I have here today. I am sure that many anti-diabetics, people who are with diabetics, will be taking Emerald M2. Going forward, I had the next issue, which was the major issue during my tenure in Sanofi. My wife and I were diagnosed with cancer. It was in 2012. We had cancer and we were almost in the same hospital at the same time. So you can imagine what would have happened. My son Shantanu had to leave his schooling for 6 months and we stayed in Mumbai till the entire procedure was over. We returned only at the end of the year. Toastmasters, life has got many successes and failures, and we must treat both imposters the same. We have a time in our lives when we have to drink life to the lees. And let me tell you, this bottle, wine bottle, the sediment that is here is what lees means about. Life is sometimes compared to water or wine, and we have to take it as it comes. The Greek warrior Ulysses lived life to the lees, and that is to seek, to strive, to find, and not to yield to pressures, and we should do the same. So, fellow Toastmasters, when we have reached that stage in our life, let's light the lamp to success. Let us look to each day. 2025 is an important year for me. I have a grandson now. I have Shantanu, who is joined GIF. So that is I look ahead for a great future and for my family. Thank you very much.
You're popping a lot.